everyone, and welcome to another very important video. Hiatus from my normal job for people who know what that is. Hey, I won't say conquered, but I've sort of beaten back my depression for now. I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to feel like myself again, and this took 6 months or so, really, of just, it was awful, and I didn't really let myself rest. And the reason was because even during my hiatus from my normal job, I was off doing a different job, which was, I don't want to talk too much about it, but it was involving AI and it was involving software engineering. And it was something I'd never really done professionally before. So it was a good experience. I got through my 6-month contract and made some really cool stuff. Maybe I'll talk about it more later. But then also, I'm known for a little bit for my success in the adult side and doing films, and less so in the other avenues, but like business and things like that. But I do have a side of that I don't say that being a successful queer person is really hard, and definitely things are against you, and it's not an illusion. Did you guys hear about that new executive order that Trump made against Visa and MasterCard? I know I keep talking about them a lot, but things that I've encountered as challenges on my road to having a stable income that I control, a stable business, and a high-paying job have been, for example, I couldn't really get a business checkings account because of my association with adult work. And that may or may not have anything to do with being queer, but there is a lot of queer people who do adult work and are affiliated with that. So it is kind of, it was discriminatory, honestly. And maybe I'll do another video about that, but being denied a business checkings account was one. Just kind of, I went through a phase where my transition was awkward, like a lot of people, and during that time it was hard to find friends, and these days I have worked very hard on my presentation, and I'm very proud of it. Honestly, being able to communicate with people who don't know queer language and anything about being trans, it can be really hard. And that's a skill, I would say, also that you can learn. Some of the other battles that I've encountered on my roads to success and that I'm still encountering as I continue to work and be an ambitious person in business and in other areas, is sort of internal. Is I am very prone to depression and things like that. And I realized something today that I really wanted to share in this video, and hopefully it didn't get too long into the video that I'm finally sharing this, but I realized that part of dealing with depression is not listening to anyone and society when you need to listen to your body. There's a lot of research and I think science that backs up what I'm trying to say here. And what I'm trying to say is that, for example, sometimes you need a break. And dealing with burnout, it's better to give yourself a rest and get over your burnout than it is to try and keep working through your burnout. And whatever that means for you, sometimes people will think it's insane. Like, sometimes I need a couple weeks off. Sometimes I need a couple days off. Sometimes I need a couple weeks off. And this time, when I kept working through my burnout, and I kept working through my burnout, and I kept working through my burnout again, and then only now that I have finally given myself as much time as I need until I feel better, have I finally started to feel better. Because I finally said, okay, it doesn't matter at this point, my income, I'm okay with that. And it doesn't matter what the pressures of society might say, or what my people who are working with me might want me to keep working with. But or there might be a demand for me to shoot or to do this. There's so much demand for me to be doing stuff and to have 20-hour days or whatever. But sometimes I'm not going to be able to do half of what I would be able to do unless I'm rested. So I need to take the 4-day work week. I need to take the 3-week break, or the 6-week break, or maybe the whole year sabbatical, or whatever it is that you need. Because at the end of the day, that will actually, and it sounds weird, but it'll make you more productive, and it'll help you succeed more. And has been a lot of what my approach has been when I encounter this sort of, it's really hard to work through it. And I really get so bent out of shape in my head. But yeah, I give myself the time that I need. And look at her. She's so cute now. Hold on. She's a pretty girl. Yes. And, well, I give myself the time that I need. And I work on my time. And that's what has led to me having the most success and the most productivity, is working for true productivity. Really, when you're working, being fully engaged in your work and not trying to check out. And if you are checking out, and if you are zoning out, that's a sign that you're burning out and that you need to either do something else or stop. Now, I know, okay, my throat's getting really sore, and the video is getting a little bit long already. I know that not everyone can afford to take a break, and I know especially for queer people, for me, it's been the case like that for a long time too. But everybody has dreams and ambitions, and, well, right now it's really hard to see those coming to fruition in the future for a lot of people. And I want to recognize that a lot of my own dreams and ambitions have been kind of cut back by a lot of things that have happened too. But I'm still proud of everything that I've done, and now that I'm rested and that I've listened to my body, I feel like I'm ready to do more. So I'm not totally ready to announce the end of my hiatus for filming, but I have a feeling that in a couple more weeks or sometime very soon that I will be feeling better, and I'm going to be wanting to do some more fun things. So keep an eye out for that. And thank you for joining me for this very important video. I hope you guys subscribe and join me for the next video. Thank you. Goodbye.